A live look at Camp Randall Stadium in Madison. Your college football Saturday continues with a great showdown here on EA Sports. It's the Michigan Wolverines and the Wisconsin Badgers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
When you get to Madison, Wisconsin, you know you're someplace special when you walk into Camp Randall Stadium. This is one of the largest and oldest stadiums in the country, opening in 1917. The students make it special. Every time there's a cool moment in the third and fourth quarter, Camp Randall continues to prove one of the best home field advantages in the Big Ten. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. And the Wolverines ready to kick it away first. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Throwing Joseph. Here's a heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. What a great job they've done in Big Ten play up to this point, and you see them now feeling as if they can accomplish something big.
No doubt, Reese, and I think it's a great start to the season. Like, again, you have goals and you have midpoints to the season where you're at right now. This is where you wanted to be. You wanted to be in the mix in one of the best conferences in all of college football, and Jesse, they're doing that in the Big Ten.
Yeah, they've been able to handle the stage and handle the pressure. With every win, that makes the next game that much bigger, and they've shown up on big stages on national television, and they've been able to deliver. This game, though, is the biggest yet. If they keep on the pace they're at, they're going to be playing for a Big Ten championship. Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
And you'd like to see the quarterback find his rhythm early. So far, so bad. 3rd and 10. Joseph. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. He's going to take off. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
And on the third play of the drive, 3rd down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the 1st down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly what happened there.
Quarterback making adjustments. Looking to throw on 1st down. Pulls it in. It's Rigby. Breaks into the open. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Throwing Joseph. Right down the middle. Can't hang on. It's incomplete. I think he was bracing for the hit and didn't hang on to the football. Guys, let's step back here and think big picture Wisconsin. We've been watching them all year, but David, it seems like they're starting to find themselves a little bit right now, having won the last 2.
Yeah, they're in the category of others receiving votes. Like, there's those next 26, 27, 28. These guys, they're right on the cusp of getting ranked. They've had a really good start to their season.
And they're about to get that recognition then if they can just keep winning. You got to stick to the formula. This is a team that prides themselves on being physical and executing. We got to see that today.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And I know it wasn't successful there, but you can go back to last week. Like, they're going to throw this man the football. They find creative ways to get him the ball. Really good coaches get their playmakers the ball in space, and that's what I like about this offense. I bet they come back to him and find a way to throw him the football some more.
Motion from the wideout. Again, it's Joseph. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. All alone, he's got it.
I'm a huge fan of offensive aggressiveness to start a football game. I think the defense is getting settled in. They play up a little bit. They play a little bit more aggressive. They got more emotion, and the offense takes advantage. Nice big play over the top. Stay aggressive, offense.
The Badgers go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Joseph. Fakes to grab. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Operating in the red zone here on second down. The offense changing the play. Western. Rides to back and leaves it. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Joseph from the gun on third down. Under fire. Touchdown, Wisconsin. The sure hands in the end zone, and he has 6.
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive and cap it off with a touchdown.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Underwood trying to cut through the noise. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Marshall. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
What a nice run there. And from the beginning of time, Michigan football has been synonymous with running the football. You can think back to Tyrone Wheatley, Anthony Thomas, Chris Perry, Hassan Haskins, big physical runners that also had sprinter speed and that could change the game. This dude right here, every time he has the football, he has the ability to go the distance, and that's what makes this Michigan offense so dangerous.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Here's Underwood to throw. Fires one high and deep. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
Looks to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. If that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
Bryce Underwood from the gun on third down. Misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row.
Well, I don't know if the big fella got freaked out because he was so wide open on that play, but that is a catch he has got to make for his quarterback.
The Wolverines will punt this one away. Now on the return. really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. Here comes Wisconsin's offense to get this drive underway. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. The run from the shotgun. I wonder how much fun this is for him. The head coach trying to take down the old alma mater across the way.
Yeah, I think these are always mixed emotions, and how you feel about this, playing your old squad. Like, it's something about it, I'm sure, that's nostalgic, and all the memories probably come flooding back. But there's also a competitive element, Palmer, that you want to beat this squad. Like, this is the next team in your way for you accomplishing your goals and dreams.
Yeah, he's probably experiencing the emotional spectrum coming into this game, but make no mistake about it. He has to separate himself from his past allegiances and understand he's the home team. He wants this crowd to get in this football game. You know, he just gave a rousing speech to his guys in the locker room before taking the field. He wants to win this game versus his alma mater.
Quarterback making checks. Throwing Joseph. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. The Wolverines offense heads out ready to go on the attack. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. And they're not on the same page there.
And so far, man, everything's been difficult for this offense. And credit to the defense. They've taken away all the easy stuff. The easy perimeter throws, the quick throws. Nice job playing fast, playing physical. But this QB's got to get a little bit more in rhythm. Be a little bit more patient. Go through his progressions a little bit better. Right now, so far, it's an 0 for 4 start.
So now it's 2nd and long. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Quickly to the flat in the wide receiver screen. He'll be forced out of bounds. Let's mark it at the 48-yard line as this offense continues its work.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play you. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
Listen to this place. Oh, man, do they love their Badgers. 3rd down coming. Here's Underwood. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Upstairs, he's got it. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
And this offense chooses aggressiveness, man. 3rd down and short, a lot of people think run, be physical. I got 4 downs. They say no, bro. I know your defense is going to be aggressive. I might get a look I want to get.
Could be an alley. Got enough space. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped.
1st down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another 1st down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
And the Wolverines light it up with a 1st and goal. They go play action. Bryce Underwood makes the grab. Touchdown, Michigan! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And that's why this running back is so dangerous. It's not just handing him off the football, but he's a weapon in the passing game. You see his ability to catch it, turn upfield, make people miss, and find the end zone.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And the extra point is good. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Joseph. Quickly to the tight end. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
And it's hard to imagine a defense losing the big fella, losing the tight end, but where was the coverage? Something broke down right there between linebackers and safeties to try to figure out where he was. He's the beneficiary. Catches the football, a lot of grass in front of him to make a big play.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Making side adjustments here. Gives it on the option.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
Ready. Rock. Flash. Bubba. Go.
Throwing Joseph. Rushes on him. Hit as he throws. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
I don't even know if the offense is aware that they have other eligible targets downfield. It feels like every single throw early in this game has gone this guy's way.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. From the gun on 3rd down, Joseph. Makes the grab. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. They fought to a standstill in the 1st. Let's see who gets the edge early in the 2nd. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. They go play action with Joseph. Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete.
And that's a really good job by this defense, a complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Might be calling a hot route. Joseph. Dumps it to the back. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Going the other way and he's got room. Touchdown Wolverines. And they turn it into a defensive score.
One of the things I love about this linebacker, guys, is the versatility. He's not just good against the run. He not only can rush the passer, he can cover as well. Great job reading the QB's eyes, plucks the football out of the air, and he's not going down. He's not running out of bounds. He's taking this thing all the way back to the house.
And he added the extra point. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Rides it and reads it. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop, you move the ball down the field easily and more importantly can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Couldn't find a lane, a pickup of 1 to the 31.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Bringing the heat. Had to throw it before he wanted. And they'll miss the connection here on third down.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Joseph to throw for it on fourth. Fires to the right. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out.
Hey, at this point of the game, fourth and short, no problem going for it. Fourth and medium, I think it's too early to start taking some of these chances. I think you need to just let the game play out a little bit and trust your defense.
So here comes the Michigan offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. The run inside. It's Marshall. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Motion from the back. Underwood. Finds a spot in the middle. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
Here comes third and short from the 24, and this offense does not want to send out the field goal unit. Oh, he's got a chance. Fights off a defender. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
Yeah, and that's a good job by this defense, man. They got him in third and short, but, man, they've got to do a better job. If they want to get back in this football game, they've got to force some field goals. They've got to force some punts. They've got to force something to go their way, and they've got to be better on third down.
The Wolverines will line it up on 1st and 10. Throwing, Underwood. Looking to the end zone. Caught into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Badgers start this drive as the offense looks ready to roll. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Throwing Joseph. Punts it out of the air. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. Here comes the heat. Trying to get away. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
And the Badgers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Wants to adjust the pattern. Motion from the wide receiver. Joseph. Firing to the right, complete. He'll get it inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39 before he goes out of bounds.
They pick up the 1st down on the drag route. Good job by the receiver knowing it was man coverage. If he's looking, he's booking. He gave his quarterback the eyes right away that says, hey, I'm not stopping. Put it out in front of me. I'm getting this 1st down.
Sweep. Level. Go.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Pocket breaking down. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
And with that incompletion, man, this crowd, I don't know that they are really happy about what's going on. I mean, already built a deficit, and they don't have a lot to cheer about. They got to get some kind of rhythm, something going on this offense to ignite this fan base.
What will they dial up on 2nd and 8? A long way to go.
Return. Chip. Slide. Go.
Throwing Joseph. Intercepted. A 1st half turnover can swing momentum. Looking for more room. They finally make the stop, and not only the huge turnover, but the big return has them set up in business. About the only good thing that happened for the offense on that play, at least it wasn't a pick 6. What a return.
Yeah, that didn't look good for the offense. You know all those big fellas, those old linemen, they're not going to be able to go make the play. So as the DB getting the interception, you know, if you can break that plane, you can get past that level, it might be to the house. It might be to the crib. Lucky that wasn't a pick 6 if you're on offense.
They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. On the direct snap, it's Marshall. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain. Wisconsin stops the clock, uses its 1st timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. Snap to the back. And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line. The Badgers want to talk things over, and they use their 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this 1st half. Fourth and goal from the 2. Can they finish this drive? Underwood to throw for it on 4th. He wants it all. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt.
Oh, that stings, man. You did a great job calling the play. You got your guy open. Everything was executed perfectly. And the ball hits him in the hands, and he just can't bring it in. Man, those are tough ones. Those are tough to swallow.
He stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying and have had very little success.
And you know exactly what time it is when you get down here in the red zone. You got to be able to run the football, but when you got a back like this, who punches the ball in the end zone consistently almost every single game, you are going to feed that animal the rock.
Joseph gets it out fast. He's loose at the 15. There he goes. And they'll bring him down after the long completion and explosive pass play for this offense.
And now that completely changes the thought process for this offense. Like, you're thinking, don't make a bad play, don't turn it over, understand I might have to punt the football. Now you flip the field position immediately, looking to be aggressive to get some points before the half.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Tight end now in motion. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. He rifles one deep to the left. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
Again, it's Joseph. Throws to the wideout. And good use of the hands from the defense to deflect the pass on 3rd down.
And how about a 3rd down? They try to attack the outer part of the field. A lot of times those out routes are the hardest passes to throw. Defense ready. Good 3rd down defense, and they get the win on that one.
But look at this. They're not setting up to punt. They're going to try to cut into this lead, and this is a huge risk late in the half. Fourth down, Joseph. Oh, they're after him. And the incomplete pass turns it over in their own end.
And I don't know how to explain that one. 4th down and long, the percentages are low anyways, and on your side of the field, that is not the way I want to create momentum or start my first half. I'm not sure what they were thinking on offense.
Here's Underwood to throw. Might be looking to run. On the run, deep down the right side. Touchdown, Wolverines! Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6.
And, man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line.
Here we go. Ready. Red 18. Red 18. Ready, go.
Throwing Joseph. Under fire. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. The run to the left. Defense storming into the backfield, making the stop behind the line of scrimmage, and it's 3rd down. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Joseph. Moving out to the right. Fires to the wideout. And the 3rd down pass incomplete after a good deflection by the defense.
And you know they're going to go for it again on 4th down. At least you think they are, because early in this game we've already seen them try to go for it on a couple 4th downs. They didn't get any of those. They got to find a way to stay on the field here. They've got to get their best playmaker on offense the football.
They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Finds the tight end. Makes the stop at the 33, but it's a 15-yard gain. Michigan wants to stop the clock. They'll use a timeout. It's their 2nd. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Underwood. He's looking deep. Knocked away at the last minute, and that is precision defensive back play there.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
Pressure coming. Intercepted for the 11th time. He'll try to take it back. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And what a great job by the defense getting the turnover, but also giving their team an opportunity to kick a field goal here now with just seconds to go in the half.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. This might be a little easier if it were straight on, but a 43-yarder from the right hash. He gets a hand on it. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's get it started here. Week 6 on what's already been a revealing day here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with Oregon taking on the number 3 team, the Indiana Hoosiers.
He's at the 40.
And it's the Ducks who win it on their home turf. They take pride in protecting their dirt, so to speak, and they did so today. They now sit at a sterling 5-0 on the season, keeping their unbeaten streak going. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Keeping it on the ground to open the second half. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Hauls it in. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
And the offense here dialed up a really good zone beater. Give credit to the offensive coordinator. He called the right play at the right time.
They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. Send the tight end in motion. They'll run it. It's Marshall. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hand, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
Makes a catch. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. And the Wolverines come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. DB's right up on the receivers. On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the first down. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1.
Not able to pick up that first down, David, but if I'm them, I'm going again right here on 4th.
And I think you knew that on 3rd and 2, short yard situation. You got it close to 4th and inches. Now we're going to get this first down.
Less than a yard to go for a first down, and the offense will remain on the field. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak. And he's tackled at the line of scrimmage, and the defense holds.
Great job by the defense there on 4th down. I'll say this, QB sneaks are not a guaranteed play that you're going to get on offense. Everybody thinks it is. You dial it up, it's an automatic first. Not the case. That time, the defensive line was lower. They got more push, and there was just nowhere for the quarterback to go. Great job by the D.
And he finds enough running room, and he's marked down at the 20.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They'll try the run. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Running to finding some room. A big play gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44.
No secret sauce, no tricking people. 3rd down and 1. I got to be the more physical team, Jesse, and they were.
And it's so nice, too, when you've got playmakers like that guy that can take a play that's only designed maybe to get a couple yards and turn it into a big gainer. This offense is loaded with weapons.
He leaves it with the back. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Running behind that left side. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these 3rd downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. Takes the ball inside the 30-yard line. It'll be enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 29.
And I like the bounce back for this offense. You go 3 and out, they don't get frustrated. They don't get down. Nice job going back to the drawing board, creating some good plays. Now here in a rhythm, moving the football.
To the ground, he's got it again. Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27.
Nice first down defense. Great job being physical, understanding the chances of run are high. They come up, they get the back on the ground, forcing a second down and long situation.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. To the ground with the back. Powers forward but stopped after a pickup of 2 to the 24. They've got a ways to go on 3rd down from the 24 as this defense tries to force them into a field goal try. Give to the back. They stop him right there. They tried to convert with the run, and the defense was up for the challenge. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. That appears to be their junior starting wide receiver, someone they obviously do not want to lose. Holly Rowe will keep us up to date on his situation. Final play of the quarter coming. Joseph to throw for it on 4th. He's got it, 1st down and more. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. 1 more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
They go back to work in the final period of this one. The give to the single back. Maybe a crease. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
And this drive, this offense is really focused on physicality, man. Running the football. Look at right here, right up the gut. Nice play. Nice job just controlling the line of scrimmage, putting a drive together. This offense really doing a good job right now.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Badgers.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner goes down. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. So that last touchdown made it a 2-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rounding to the football?
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Underwood trying to cut through the noise. Right on the money. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
Hey, man, that's a frustrating end to that play. And I say that, man, because you need to give me everything you have. Like, I can't run out of bounds. I got a chance to maybe get the first down, lower my shoulder, be physical. My team needs a couple more yards to get the first down, and dude chose to run out of bounds.
The Wolverines will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Direct snap. Snags it, and there's running room. Smashes ahead. The 30. The 20. Touchdown, Wisconsin. This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone.
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a master class in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way, and you're right. In college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. He's got his man. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
And the Wolverines can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Creates a little space. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
He'll pull it down and run. Knocked down after a pickup of maybe 2. And, man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Defense doing their job, getting that last stop, and now 3rd in California. Not a lot of play calls to convert this, so defensively, let's get off the field now. The clock's running. We need to give it back to our offense with as much time as possible.
Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down. Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Bryce Underwood to throw for it on 4th. Got his man. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
And how about this coach, man? Trusting their offense, trusting their guys. You could punt the football away here on 4th down and see if your defense can end this game, but he wanted to end it on offense. He trusted his guys, and that is a huge 4th down conversion late in this football game.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. The defense working to manage that clock. They use the timeout, 1:55 remaining.
I just love when running backs make those decisions, and then they get close to the sideline. Some will take that advantage and step out of bounds not to get hit, but I love when they do like this and stick your foot in the ground, get downhill, get some positive yards because it helps your offense on the next down.
He'll throw it. Finds his big tight end. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. He was really bothered by those 2 picks he threw in that loss last week, but he's been much more comfortable, much more certain in this one.
He had the one blunder, the one mistake that he probably wishes he could have back, but did a great job rebounding from that. And listen, having that short-term memory, being able to lead, it is critical at the quarterback position.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. On the snap, it's Marshall. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up there.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. The Badgers want to talk things over, and they use their 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. Stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. Here's Underwood. Floating away. Trying to make magic with his feet. He gets it to the 34-yard line, but excellent 3rd down defense, and 4th down's coming up. The Badgers now use their 3rd timeout, and they can't stop the clock again. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. Now, this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on 4th down. 4th down, Underwood. Fires to the middle. The incomplete pass ends a frustrating series, and they turn it over on downs.
And this offense stays aggressive, and listen, everybody likes it when it works. But now you are leaning on your defense, and this thing just got interesting.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. He might want another play. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The offense comes out for what almost certainly will be its final drive late in the 4th quarter. Wide receiver comes in motion. Throwing Joseph. Here's the pressure. Going to try to get it himself. At the 40, there he goes. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going. Got to get everybody lined up quickly, time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field.
Return. Chip. Slug. Q. Hydro. Western.
They'll move the wide receiver.
Go.
Looking downfield on first down. Quarterback now breaking the field. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth.
You know, for this quarterback late in the game, you just need to have a better concept of the situation. Can't take sacks at this juncture. And I know that the play gets thrown off, the timing's off, and you're forced to roll out. But if nobody's open, either run the ball, get what you can, get out of bounds, or throw that.
Makes a grab and run